So we were discussing about the case study, and now we have to discuss about the questions. Like, what are the questions of the case study, right? So as my screen is visible to you all, so we were discussing about the questions. So number one question is question number one was, what were the communication challenges? What were the communication challenges which Barry faced at workplace, and due to which his day-to-day operations were hampered, right? So we'll be discussing the number one was language barrier. Language barrier, not all employees, as in the introductory part of the case, it was mentioned that people are from different backgrounds and English is not their primary language. So not all employees were able to speak English as their first language was not there, was not the English, as English was not their first language, or we can say was not their primary language. So it was making the verbal communication a challenge at particular point of time. So number one barrier was the language barrier. Now, what was the second reason? The second challenge was the generational age barrier. Here we are talking about the age barrier. Why? Because the workers were between the age group of 16 years to 55 years of age. So the age group was from 16 years to 55 years of age. So that is the reason there was an age barrier. Having employees in various age categories can pose a unique set of challenge. Obviously, the mindset of 16-year-old boy will be different from a 55-year-old man, right? So, due to having the age barriers, there was the difference in the mindset, the attitude, the overall personality, and the way of, obviously, the communication. While the younger generation, here you can see it is mentioned, the younger generation is used to text and using shortened messaging. Their vocabulary may not be consistent with that of older employees. So, yes, the senior people were having a very advanced vocabulary or enhanced, they might be having more words in their vocab as compared to the younger generation, the people below 20 or within the age group of 16 to 20 might not that be proficient enough to use a very good vocabulary, right? So this can also be a reason of communication barrier. So they were not able to be consistent with the senior employees. Work values and attitudes may also affect communication between younger and older employees. As I mentioned, that obviously, why it is mentioned that work values and attitudes may also affect between younger and older employees. When we talk about attitudes, attitude of young generation, when we see nowadays in current scenario, the young generation is very, we can say, straightforward, or we can say they are very outspoken. They just give back the answers. They don't think it what they are saying. But when we talk about the attitude of some senior people or the middle age groups or the senior people, so they think twice or 10 times before saying anything or before giving any reply to someone or before writing a mail. So these are the common elements which differentiate them between the values. The values in the elders are much more as compared to the younger ones. Now, everybody, like when we talk about attitude, now everybody is self-centered, right? But when we are working in the organization, the younger ones are now scenario is changing. The perception of people is also changing. So what happened is now people are more open to uh, communicate. They are more open to initiate. But earlier it was not possible for every age groups to initiate, to take a step ahead of doing anything, right? So attitude in terms of honesty, we can say sometimes what happen is the very senior people in the organization are very honest towards their works, towards their uh, like duties and responsibilities which are assigned. But younger people used to procrastinate it. Your procrastination means to to say that this will be completed by next day or tomorrow. So the things are being piled off for the next day. So younger generation obviously do procrastinate as compared to senior people. So these are the work values and attitude differences. Yes, there are the difference in their personality also, perception also, as uh, they are into the company of their own age group. So they are having that level of values. So people used to get values. They used to copy things from the company they surround from, right? So in this particular question, when we talk about challenges at workplace, yes, if there is the age barriers, so things will get hampered if the communication is not effective. So the barrier here can be the age also. Now the next barrier is cultural and ethnic barriers. Cultural and ethnic barriers, cultural differences. As I told you, people in the organization are from diversified backgrounds. They are from diverse cultural groups, ethnic groups. So yes, there will be cultural differences. Cultural differences in the food safety practices. Maybe food safety practices in India is different as compared to some other countries, right? So their cultural practices are also different. If we talk about the cultural practice, so you might be aware of the introduction of McD in India. When McDonald's came into India the very first time, because in other foreign countries, the US and other countries, where they were like providing the meat burgers, the beef and pork meat burgers, and they also introduced the same concept in India, but they came into a huge losses. Why they came into a huge losses? Because they came into huge losses because they did not study the cultural factors of India. Cultural factors, what cultural factors, what traditions, what cultural factors affect India? So they were not aware that the beef and pork meat is not allowed within the two religion, within the two most important religion of India, right? So they were not aware about it. So their marketing strategy got failed. Their sale got their sale was the sale was not happening even. So their business was not running. They came to the case of winding it up in India. So they were very much concerned, like why the business outlets in India is not running. What is the reason behind it? So after doing very much of research, they came to know that the cultural factor is the barrier in doing business over there. So when they came to know about the cultural factor, that Indian people in Indian Hindu and Islam religion don't allow these meats. So then they came up with the new concept, that is veg burgers, Mac Aloo Tikki burgers in India. When they introduced this concept, then their business idea was a big hit, right? So these types of barriers, the cultural barriers, the ethnic barriers, can give a big uplift also, and can give a setback to a business also. So before doing any sort of business, we must study the cultural differences, whether we talk about in terms of communication, whether in terms of business. So cultural and ethnic aspects are very, very important, right? The next is non-verbal challenge. When we talk about non-verbal challenge here is the appearance. So here, when we talk, we have studied about the two types of communication, as you people remember, verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So what comes under non-verbal communication? Under non-verbal communication, your body language, your appearance, your facial expression, everything counts to body language. So what happened here is Barry's body language is telling others that he doesn't care about his personal appearance and cleanliness. As it was mentioned that he is a certified trainer, he is a serve safe certified trainer. That means he has got the professional training in food safety. He was very much aware about the cleanliness of his workstation, but he was not taking care of his personal hygiene and cleanliness, his personal appearance. So that was that was a barrier towards the communication. Why? Because then people in team were thinking that he talks about cleanliness and hygiene in workstation. Why doesn't he give attention to his appearance? Why is he so untidy with shabby hairs, untidy clothes? Why doesn't he takes care of his personal appearance and cleanliness? Because this also matters a lot, right? The next is the emotional barrier. When we talk about emotional barriers, as I told you, emotions should not come in between, because as we have studied the psychological barriers, if we are not in a, suppose if sender is in an anger mood, so it might happen he was not able to understand. We were doing the emotional barriers. So when we talk about emotional barriers, so Barry was not able to understand properly the opinions and thoughts of his co-workers, as he was very much disturbed due to his personal difficulties at home. He was not having time to clean its clothes, to come tidy at work. So all these were the reasons for Barry. When we talk about emotional barriers, when we talk about emotional barriers in an organization during communication, what happens is, if a sender is in an anger mood, right? If the sender is in an anger mood, he is not able to communicate well. He's not able to communicate well with the receiver, because he's not able to understand the mindset of receiver at that particular of time, because his mood is in a anger mode. So here emotions also becomes as a barrier, right? If somebody is very sad and is not able to get what you are saying, because he is not in that particular zone to listen to you what you are saying. So the listening skill in that particular zone is missing. So emotions do come in between, right? Negative emotions affects your communication. As I told you, if you are in anger, you will not be able to understand what the other person is thinking, or what the other person is in the condition. You are just throwing some words on it, on him or her. He is not able, or he or she is not able to understand why that person is communicating like this. So it affects your personality, and also it affects the business relation between the team members, right? So these were the challenges the which Barry was facing. Now, the question number two was like, what are the possible solutions which has to be provided to the Barry for overcoming those barriers, like the barriers which we have discussed in question one. Now we'll be discussing about the solutions to overcome those barriers. Now the solutions we are talking about is, Barry might consider the following solution to identify challenges and barriers. When we're talking about language barrier, several potential solutions might be addressed, including posting signs in employees' primary language, putting signage with visuals, not just words. Barry might learn some simple words in employees' primary language to help show interest in the employees. Right? These are the possible solutions. These are the possible solutions which we can give to the Barry, right? either Barry should learn the important or primary some words, some simple words as a primary language of their team members, so that he can associate himself with his team, so that people may recognize him that yes, he also understands our language. The bond will get better, right? And or he must use some signs in employee primary language, some gestures, or must use some visuals, not just words, to express what he wants to communicate. So these are the primary solution. One more solution can be given is the employees must get training to communicate in the language which is used, or they must get elementary training for communicating in English, right? The other barrier was the generational age barriers. In this, there are 4 generations in the workforce, and each potentially has a different preferred method of communication. As I told you, younger generation prefer uh, text messaging, or as compared to older